In the early years of rock and roll, there were many popular groups and bands, but not many have had a resume quite like the Crickets. As an 18-year-old high school graduate in 1955, Lubbock, Texas native Buddy Holly witnessed his first rock and roll concerts with performances by Bill Haley and his Comets and Elvis Presley. A few months later, Buddy and his friend Jerry Allison formed their own band called the Crickets. They soon recruited their friends Nikki Sullivan and Joe B. Mulligan. After signing with producer Norman Petty in 1957, their single That'll Be the Day hit #1 on the charts, and they soon scored another top 10 hit with perhaps their most famous record, Peggy Sue, and after Jerry Allison's ex-girlfriend Peggy Sue Guerin. Allison asked Holly to name it after her as a way of asking for a second chance. It worked. In December, shortly after their debut album, The Chirping Crickets, came out, they performed That'll Be the Day, Peggy Sue, and Soul.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry, you say you're gonna leave.
You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Peggy Sue. Oh, well, I love you, Gally. I love you, Peggy Sue.
A month later, Allison and Peggy Sue got married, spawning a sequel to Peggy Sue entitled Peggy Sue Got Married. Shortly after that, Sullivan left the group for unknown reasons. While recording in New York, Buddy met Maria Elena Santiago, whom he soon married. After settling in New York, Allison and Malden wanted to continue recording in Texas. Buddy didn't agree, and the Crickets broke up. But Buddy's trouble with Petty got bigger. Because Petty withheld his money, and with Maria pregnant with their first child, Buddy made a decision to join the Winter Dance Party tour in the Midwest in early 1959. They recruited Tommy Allsup, Waylon Jennings, and Carl Bunch as the new Crickets. Also on tour were The Big Bopper, Richie Valens, Frankie Sardo, and Dion and the Belmont. The party had many transportation issues caused by multiple buses breaking down. Fortunately, it landed Bunch in the hospital with severe frostbite. On February 2nd, the party had a performance at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. That evening, Buddy chartered a flight for himself, Allsup, and Jennings, to be piloted by Roger Peterson. Allsup and Jennings gave up their seats to Richie Valens and the Big Bopper. In the early hours of February 3rd, Allison and Malden called Maria, hoping to reunite with Buddy after the tour. Unbeknownst to them, their hopes of reunion came to a tragic end a few hours later.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. 3 young singers who soared to the heights of show business on the current rock and roll craze were killed today in the crash of a light plane in an Iowa snow flurry.
The world mourned the death of the 3 musicians and pilot Roger Peterson. And shortly after burying Buddy, a grief-stricken Maria miscarried their only child. Today, at the site of the plane crash, there are 2 memorials marked by Buddy's trademark glasses, leading to a small guitar bearing the names of the 3 musicians, and a separate one for pilot Roger Peterson. After Buddy's death, Jerry and Joe did reunite, and recruited their friends Glenn Hardin and Sonny Curtis. Ball left the group, returning in the late 1970s. His friend Jerry Naylor took his place. Today, Buddy Holly is immortalized. He was portrayed by Gary Busey in the Buddy Holly story, and the song Buddy Holly by Weezer is named after him. The Crickets are one of the most influential bands of all time. They were the first rock and roll band to make rock and roll its standard lineup, guitar, drums, and a bass guitar, and it's influenced bands such as the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and artists such as Bruce Springsteen, and Bob Dylan. The Crickets and Buddy Holly's legacies were sealed in 1986 when Buddy was among the first inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Crickets were inducted into the Hall in 2012. Today, the Crickets are one of the only original rock and roll groups still performing.